the Sundarbans, a vast labyrinth of emerald green waterways and tangled mangrove roots. This unique ecosystem, sprawling across the delta of the Ganges, Brahmaputra and Meghna rivers, is a marvel of nature. The Sundarbans is not just a forest, it is a living, breathing entity, teeming with life and mystery. The air hangs heavy with the scent of salt water and damp earth. The rich aroma of the mangroves is a constant reminder of the delicate balance of life here. Every breath you take is filled with the essence of the forest, a blend of decay and renewal. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy, casting an ethereal glow upon the forest floor. The interplay of light and shadow creates a mesmerizing dance, a silent symphony of nature. The forest floor, dappled with sunlight, is a canvas painted with the hues of life. But beneath this enchanting beauty lies an undercurrent of fear. The shadows that play among the roots and branches hide secrets, some too terrifying to comprehend. The Sundarbans is a place where beauty and danger coexist in a delicate balance. The Sundarbans are home to creatures both wondrous and deadly. From the smallest insects to the largest predators, every creature here plays a role in the intricate web of life. The diversity of wildlife is astounding, each species adapted to survive in this challenging environment. The Bengal tiger, the king of these mangroves, reigns supreme. This majestic predator is both revered and feared by the locals. Its presence is a testament to the untamed wilderness of the Sundarbans. The tiger moves with a grace and power that commands respect. Crocodiles lurk in the murky depths. These ancient reptiles are masters of stealth, their eyes barely breaking the surface as they watch and wait. The waters of the Sundarbans are their domain, and they rule it with an iron grip. Yet there is a whisper, a legend whispered among the locals of something far more sinister. Stories passed down through generations speak of a creature that defies explanation, a being that is said to haunt the waters, striking fear into the hearts of those who dare to venture too close. A creature that strikes fear into the hearts of even the bravest fishermen. They speak of it in hushed tones, their eyes betraying the terror that lies beneath their words. This creature is not just a part of folklore, it is a living nightmare that they must contend with. They call it the man-eating fish. This elusive predator is said to be responsible for numerous disappearances. Its legend grows with each retelling, a shadowy figure that embodies the fear and mystery of the Sundarbans. In this realm of beauty and terror, the line between myth and reality is often blurred. For generations, tales have been told of fishermen who venture into the depths of the river only to never return. These stories have been passed down through the ages, whispered among the villagers and shared around campfires. The river, with its murky waters and hidden depths, holds many secrets, and among them is the legend of the man-eating fish. Vanishing from their boats without a trace, these fishermen are said to have fallen prey to a creature of unimaginable terror. Whispers of giant shadowy figures lurking beneath the surface have fueled the fear and fascination surrounding this legend. The river, often calm and serene on the surface, hides a world of mystery and danger below. Some dismiss these tales as mere superstition, the product of overactive imaginations and the natural human tendency to fear the unknown. Skeptics wave their hands dismissively, attributing the disappearances to more mundane causes like strong currents or hidden underwater obstacles. They argue that the river, while dangerous, is not home to any mythical creatures, but others, those who have spent their lives on the river and know its every twist and turn, listen to these stories with a chill down their spines. They have heard the ramblings of old men around a crackling fire, recounting encounters with the unknown. These seasoned fishermen, with their weathered faces and cautious eyes, know better than to dismiss the whispers of the wind. They have seen the fear in the eyes of those who have encountered the creature. The river, with its dense mangrove forests and winding channels, is a place of both sustenance and peril. The stories vary, each more chilling than the last, but they all share a common thread, a sense of dread and respect for the unseen forces that govern the waters. The wind rustling through the trees and the gentle lapping of the water against the boats carry with them the echoes of these ancient tales. The river is alive with the sounds of nature, but beneath this tranquil facade lies a world of danger. Those who venture too far into its depths may find themselves at the mercy of the man-eating fish. The fear in the eyes of those who have encountered the creature is unmistakable. They speak of a fish of monstrous size, with razor-sharp teeth and a taste for human flesh. These accounts, though varied, paint a picture of a predator unlike any other, a being of myth and nightmare that haunts the waters of the Sundarbans. As dusk falls, and the river is shrouded in darkness, the stories take on a life of their own. The fishermen, silhouetted against the fading light, cast wary glances at the water, knowing that they are not alone. The legend of the man-eating fish is a constant presence, a reminder of the dangers that lurk beneath the surface. Some speak of a fish of monstrous size with razor-sharp teeth and a taste for human flesh. These tales, though terrifying, are a part of the river's lore, passed down from generation to generation. The creature, whether real or imagined, has become a symbol of the river's untamed power and the mysteries that lie within its depths. Others describe a creature unlike any known to man, a being of myth and nightmare. Its form is shrouded in mystery, with only glimpses of its shadowy figure seen beneath the water's surface. This creature, whether a figment of the imagination or a real predator, has captured the collective fear and fascination of those who live by the river. The legend of the man-eating fish is woven into the fabric of the Sundarbans, a place where myth and reality often blur. The old, worn-out folklore books and mythological illustrations on the walls tell the story of a creature that has haunted the dreams of many. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain: the legend of the man-eating fish casts a long shadow over the Sundarbans. The misty river at dawn, with its dense mangrove forests and shadowy depths, is a place of both beauty and danger. The legend of the man-eating fish is a reminder of the delicate balance between man and nature, and the respect that must be given to the forces that govern the waters. As the sun rises and the mist begins to clear, the stories of the man-eating fish continue to be told, a testament to the enduring power of myth and the mysteries of the natural world. Raju and Nanu, two young fishermen, knew the legends well. They had heard the tales of the river's mysterious depths from the elders in their village. These stories were passed down through generations, each one more chilling than the last. The river, with its serene surface, hid secrets that were both fascinating and terrifying. They had grown up hearing the stories, sitting by the fireside as the older fishermen recounted their encounters with the unknown. The tales were filled with strange creatures and unexplained disappearances, enough to send shivers down the spine of any listener. They had felt the fear in their fathers' voices, a fear that was palpable and real. The older men spoke with a gravity that left no room for doubt. These were not just stories. They were warnings etched into the very fabric of their lives. But they were young, and the lure of a good catch often outweighed the whispers of caution. The river was their livelihood, and the promise of a bountiful haul was too tempting to resist. They believed that their youth and skill would protect them from any danger. One moonless night, as they cast their nets into the inky water, a strange silence descended upon the river. The usual sounds of the night, the chirping of crickets, the gentle lapping of water against the boat, were conspicuously absent. It was as if the river itself was holding its breath. The air grew heavy, oppressive. A thick mist began to rise from the water, enveloping the boat in a shroud of fog. The visibility dropped to almost nothing, and the temperature seemed to plummet. It was an unnatural cold, one that seeped into their bones and made them shiver uncontrollably. A sense of dread crept into their hearts. They exchanged nervous glances, their earlier bravado now replaced with a growing sense of unease. The stories they had dismissed as mere folklore now seemed all too real. They could feel the weight of unseen eyes watching them from the depths. Suddenly, a monstrous shape erupted from the water, its jaws agape, teeth glinting in the starlight. It was unlike anything they had ever seen, a creature of nightmares brought to life. Its scales shimmered with an eerie glow, and its eyes burned with a malevolent intelligence. Nanu screamed, his voice lost in the roar of the creature. The sound was a mix of terror and disbelief, a primal cry that echoed across the water. He stumbled backward, nearly losing his footing as the boat rocked violently. The boat rocked violently, throwing Raju into the water. He hit the surface with a splash, the cold water shocking him into action. He struggled to stay afloat, his limbs flailing as he tried to orient himself in the darkness. He surfaced, gasping for air, his eyes searching frantically for his friend. The mist made it difficult to see, and the oppressive silence was broken only by the sound of his own labored breathing. Panic set in as he realized that Nanu was nowhere to be seen. But Nanu was gone, vanished beneath the surface. The water where he had been was now eerily still, as if it had swallowed him whole. Raju called out his name, his voice cracking with desperation, but there was no response. Only the eerie silence remained. The river, once a source of life and sustenance, had become a place of fear and loss. Raju clung to the side of the boat, his mind racing with thoughts of what had just happened. The legends were true, and he had witnessed their terrifying reality. Raju's desperate cries for help echoed across the empty water. He clung to the overturned boat, his body trembling with fear and cold. The creature was gone, vanished as quickly as it had appeared, but the image of its gaping maw, the rows of razor-sharp teeth, remained seared into his mind. It was a creature unlike any he had ever seen or imagined, a nightmare brought to life. He had glimpsed the abyss, had looked into the eyes of the man-eating fish, and he knew with chilling certainty that the legends were true. News of Nanu's disappearance spread through the village like wildfire. Fear and grief gripped the community. A team of researchers led by the skeptical Dr. Sen arrived to investigate. Armed with nets, cages, and underwater cameras, they set out to capture evidence of the elusive creature. They spent weeks scouring the river, their efforts met with silence. The river, it seemed, was determined to keep its secrets. Dr. Sen, a man of logic and reason, remained unconvinced. He attributed Nanu's disappearance to a tragic accident, a crocodile attack perhaps, but even he couldn't ignore the palpable fear that hung over the village. As darkness fell, the team retreated to their camp on the riverbank. The air crackled with tension. The silence was broken only by the chirping of insects and the distant howl of a jackal. Dr. Sen, sitting by the flickering lantern, studied his notes. The locals' descriptions of the creature were varied, often contradictory. Yet there was a consistency to their fear, a conviction that spoke of something real, something terrifying. He looked up at the dark water, at the moon obscured by clouds. For a moment he thought he saw a ripple, a movement beneath the surface, but it was gone as quickly as it had appeared. Days turned into weeks, and still there was no sign of the creature. The researchers, their efforts futile, packed their equipment and prepared to leave. Dr. Sen, though unconvinced, couldn't shake the feeling that they were leaving with more questions than answers. Was the man-eating fish real, a monstrous denizen of the deep? Or was it a figment of imagination, a legend born of fear and superstition? The mystery remained unsolved, the truth hidden beneath the murky waters of the Sundarbans. Life in the village slowly returned to a semblance of normalcy, but the memory of Nanu's disappearance lingered. The fishermen, once fearless, now cast their nets with a wary eye on the water. The legend of the man-eating fish had woven itself into the fabric of their lives, a constant reminder of the power and unpredictability of the river. The Sundarbans, a place of both beauty and terror, held its secrets close, and the whispers in the wind continued, carrying with them the chilling tale of the man-eating fish. So, traveller, if you find yourself drawn to the enchanting beauty of the Sundarbans, heed this warning. Beware the allure of the emerald waters, the whispers of the wind. For beneath the surface, in the murky depths, something stirs. Something ancient, something hungry. The legend of the man-eating fish lives on, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved.